Okay, here's a nasty question with rational expressions. I'm dividing rational expressions. I take a look at each of them. They're binomials or a trinomial, lots of x's. Looks like there's a cube kind of thing happening. Probably a good idea always at the start of a question is to take a look at what you have and sort of try a game plan. Maybe the first thing I'm going to do, I looked at there's a common factor in each of these, and so maybe that's the first thing I'm going to do is take out a common factor. But I also notice there's a divide, so I know I have to invert and multiply this one. So maybe let's try both those steps at the same time. So I'm going to take out an x cubed out of the first one. That'll leave me with 8y cubed plus 27 over, and on the bottom another x cubed comes out. Oh, notice I'll be able to cancel that. 64y cubed minus 1. Okay, I'm going to change the divide to a multiply, and on the top here, factor out an x squared. Oh, I have to invert this though, so this has to go on the bottom. So x squared. Now, if doing a couple of steps like this together messes you up, just do one step at a time. There's lots of paper. Okay, I'm taking an x squared out, so I'm left with 4y squared minus 9. And then this top one here, x squared will come out too. So x squared, and this will be a 16y squared plus 4y plus 1. Okay, so I've inverted and multiplied, and I've taken a common factor out of each of these. Now, just before oh no, let's cancel these out. I was going to talk about domain a little bit, and that how you had to worry about not getting certain numbers on the bottom. There would be a zero factor on the bottom, and those wouldn't be allowed. But let's just factor this out first and see where we go. So I'm going to eliminate these because those are all factors of 1. Now this looks to me like it's a sum of cubes. So let's try and take this one and factor it according to the sum of cubes. And I've got it conveniently up here. This is right from your textbook. So let's try 8y plus, I have to change them to the a's and b's. So 8y cubed is the same thing as 2y all cubed. So this is what a is going to be. And then 27 is the same thing as 3 all cubed. So that's what b is going to be. So let's do this one. So that'll be, it's a sum. It's this one here I've got to work on. So it's a plus b. So a is 2y. So it'll be 2y plus b is 3. Good. And then a squared. So 2y squared, that'd be 4y squared minus a times b, 2y times 3 be 6y, plus b squared. So plus 3 squared, that's 9. Okay, so there's the sum of cubes. I've factored it out. Let's look at the bottom. Let's use a different color here. So the bottom, well, that one's too similar. The bottom will go with, it's a difference of cubes this time. Okay, so difference of cubes. So 64y cubed is the same thing as 4y all cubed. And 1 is the same as 1 all cubed. So again, this will be a, this will be b. So a minus b this time. So 4y take away 1. Hopefully I'm going to have enough room here. And then it's this one, a squared, so it's 4y squared, which would be 16y squared, plus a times b, 4y times 1 is 4y, and then plus b squared. b is 1, so 1 squared is 1. Good. Okay, so I've done this one right there, and I factored this down there. Now let's take a look. Well, hold on here. This thing here is the same as that down there. Oh, that'll be convenient. So this one I'm just going to leave. So this will be times 16y squared plus 4y plus 1. Let's sort of draw a little line here. I'm leaving that because that's identical on the bottom. That's a factor of 1. I can get rid of it. And then on the bottom, I've got 4y squared minus 9. That's a difference of squares. So that'll be 2y minus 3 and 2y plus 3. There. So I factored each one of the polynomials that were there. I've initially gotten rid of some factors of 1. Now I can simplify. So I can look for things that are common. Let's take blue to take them out. So this one we saw earlier. This one and this one go. Oh, here's a 2y plus 3, a 2y plus 3. I think that's all. So this one I'd love to be able to factor that, but typically when you do sum or difference of cubes, this trinomial that you get is not factorable. So I'm going to be left with then at the end with on top I'll have 4y squared minus 6y plus 9, and on the bottom I'll have 4y minus 1 and 2y minus 3. Okay, hopefully that helps you in simplifying that question.